Hi, ladies.
Hey, I didn't realize I was on mute when I said hi.
I don't know what was happening earlier. I'm just going to pause this till everyone joined. Hey, so good to see you.
It's nice to see you guys too.
We'll just give it a few minutes. I'm sure people are just joining. I have pressed recording, and thank you all for coming tonight to hear us and to find out what do we do as coaches. So with that said, I will kick it off to Tess first. And Tess, you can introduce yourself. And let me first share the screen. 1 second. Let me share screen. All righty.
Can I go ahead?
Yep, you can go.
Okay, so I just want to take a minute to introduce myself. So can everybody hear me? We're good? Okay. So my name is Tess Thomas. I am what's called a one-star diamond coach. For a lot of you, this means nothing. What this means for those who understand the lingo, it means we are here for the long run. We are not going anywhere. We are consistently showing up in our business. And I have been a coach now for finishing up almost 4 years. And I'm actually a board certified family physician. I actually still see patients part-time. Actually, somebody messaged me today on Facebook, like, do you miss medicine? I've never left medicine. I'm still seeing patients part-time. And I am doing this call in conjunction with Bhumi and Preeti. And believe it or not, we're not on the same team. We are Indian coaches who found each other through social media and decided to collaborate together. And before anyone goes any further, you do not have to be Indian to be on our team or to be on these coaching things. It's just a community we found. There are plenty of communities in this Beachbody world. And that's one of the reasons I became a coach, because I want a community. Like, I was that mom or that, who, the physician who was working, 50, 60 hours a week. My husband travels for work. And about 3 years ago, it was too much. 3 years ago, he was traveling. I was working till 5:01. I mentioned 5:01 because the kids were in aftercare. I was that parent who got there at 6:01 and paid all these extra late fees. And then would take one to soccer and one to gymnastics. And then I would sit there, and on the way home, we would pick up Chick-fil-A or McDonald's because it was easy and I was just lazy and I ended up cooking, and, woe is me. And then we'd come home, eat that. And then, and they're tired, right? So they want to watch TV. They'd relax and watch TV. All done. By 9:30, I'm logging back into work, logging back into the computer to do messages and check labs and finish my notes and then start all over again. And then the next morning it would be like the same thing again. Along the way, I have a running business. I still do it. But I had gotten hurt from long-term things. So I stopped running, gained over 200 pounds, pity party, all that. And my son took a photo of me because, everybody has one of these things. And he took a photo of me not realizing he was taking it, and he took the photo. I hated it because I didn't have a chance to stand in the back. I didn't have a chance to, pose a certain way or turn my chin a certain way. I wasn't wearing black, like all the things we all know how to hide in a picture or how to make a picture look better when you don't want it to be identical. About that picture, I hated it. I still kept the picture. So I just started working on something I had to give. I saw a video for Beachbody on demand. Beachbody at the time. Bought the videos, pressed play. We had videos at the time, and I just started. I'm a physician. There's nothing wrong with me. Like, my labs were fine. I checked. My labs were fine. All my blood work was fine. There was nothing wrong other than, pure laziness and pure not getting my act together and pity party and depression and all that. Press play, fast forward, started eating, started drinking, there's water in here right now, but there's always like, this is my Supergirl lunch normally. Now it's lunch, but normally it's breakfast. And just, learned about portion control, redid portion control again and lost 35 pounds. And then again, pre-COVID, when we had girls' nights outs and, family get-togethers, and you go to these parties and like, oh my God, you look amazing. What did you do? Like every girl talks about that, right? Like everybody sees that. And of course I'd like, well, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And then what happened was like, okay, I'm going to do what you're doing. Just give it to me. I'll pay for it. And so slowly, everybody started doing it. I ran Facebook groups and they would get great results. And then they would refer everybody back to me. And I'm like, well, you could get a commission on this. So over time, I realized there's money in this business, because when I did this was not for financial, this was for vanity, pure vanity. And then I realized there's money in this business. And then I realized this was my way to get a better balance. So I am that person, and whoever follows me on social media will realize I get up before 4:30 or 5. You do not have to do that. Okay, that is just the way my work ethic, med school, undergrad, I've always gotten up early. Okay, as long as you get the work done, I don't care when it gets done. For me, it's 4:30 to 5. So I showed up, started building my team, and started getting people results. And can I just tell you, my coach who I signed under asked me 5 times over the course of 3 years, 5 times. But at that time, I'm like, I'm a doctor. I don't need this. I'm better than this. It's, I have to like post videos on social media, all this kind of stuff. And then when I realized the bigger picture and the friendships you make and the financial and the fact I got my life back, and my whole life is on this. As long as you have this and your laptop, you can work from anywhere. And so I started building the business, started getting people results. I have made some amazing friends. Like the friends on my team, they're friends first, coaches second. And we enjoy, like we've had, again, pre-COVID, we've had retreats and get-togethers and Christmas parties at my house. And, they all know my husband's name is Joe, and I know their kids' names. It's like a family. And I wish I did this sooner. So like my why for becoming a coach is for community, for friendship. And Preeti, I met at a conference about 2 years ago. At this point, we were the only 2 brown people there, and we found each other, and we've since become friends. And so this is great for building a business, for creating community, for loving on yourself, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with loving on yourself, and then building a business. So at this point now, 3.5 years later, I now work part-time. And so I have to give the disclaimer, there's no guarantee of income. It's all based upon your level of effort and commitment. But if you can commit to showing up every day and doing this job, you'll be successful. That's my thing. Sorry.
Thanks, Tess. We definitely feel the passion that you have for this business. So thanks for sharing that. I'll now have Bhumi share her story.
It's the wine. You said wine was allowed.
Cheers to that.
Thanks, Tess. So yeah, my name is Bhumi, and I am from Jersey, dirty Jersey. Tess, I know. My 9-to-5 job is a financial controller. So I'm a financial controller full-time. And I started my journey last year around this time, actually in September of 2019. And the way I started my journey was literally by taking a poll, not my coaching journey, just my health and fitness journey, was by taking a poll on Instagram. Actually, it was on Preeti's poll. It wasn't one of Preeti's Instagram stories. And I used to look at myself in the mirror every day, and I was like, I don't know how I let myself go so far. What did I do? Like, how did I get here? And then I used to see Preeti's stories every single day. Every morning, she will post about, super motivating, post her workout every morning, and talk about how this journey has made her feel and how great she feels. I'm like, damn, if a 40-something-year-old can do this, I'm like 28. What the hell am I doing? And literally, this is me watching her in the morning in bed while she's just finished her workout. So that one day, I was just like, you know what? I am going to take this poll and see if she gets back to me. Literally instantly, I received a message back from her, and she said, "Hey, is this right? Was this out of support, or are you really interested?" I was like, "Girl, I want to do exactly what you're doing. Give it to me all." And I didn't ask questions. And that $160 investment was literally the best investment I've ever made. That is when I started my health and fitness journey. Now, unknowingly, I was literally posting my workouts, not really my workout, but I was posting my journey, just like what workout I'm doing for the day on social media. And 3 weeks into my journey, Preeti asked me, hey, you want to be a coach? And I was like, coach? I was like, what is that? I was like, I cannot be a coach. I don't know what it takes to be a coach. I don't know what this is. So at first I had all these different emotions. I had different thoughts. I didn't know what exactly I wanted to do. And then later I thought about it. I kind of just dived into it. I had no idea where this would take me. And initially my goal was literally just to hold myself accountable, because I'm one of those people that if I don't hold myself accountable, I would probably be off the wagon a long time ago, and I would not have continued this journey. So I started coaching because I wanted to hold myself accountable and literally help 3 people every month. Just 3 people, because there's other people that are out there like me that had lost their self-confidence, that didn't love themselves, didn't feel worthy. And there's so many out there, and I want to make them feel loved, and I want to make them feel great again. And this is how I found my confidence back after I started my coaching journey and my health and fitness journey. So that's me. I started it really just to hold myself accountable and help 3 women every month, just 3.
Let me unmute myself. Thanks, Bhumi. Thanks for sharing that. I know it's kind of funny how we pretty much met each other through social media or some other source, but never knew each other before we all started Beachbody. So let me introduce myself. I am Preeti Gandhi, and I am a 3-star Premier Diamond coach. Again, means nothing to you guys. It just means, yes, I've been hustling, and I've been doing this business even close to 4 years. I do this part-time because I do have a full-time job as a senior product owner for QVC. Yay, shopping network. But honestly, my passion and my true why is my business, my kids. That's how I started. So not very different from everyone else. I really wanted to get healthy. I wanted to get fit. I had turned 40. I had 0 energy. I was commuting to a job which required 3 hours of commute. So I literally had no time. Like if somebody told me go to the gym, I'd be like, you're out of your mind. I don't have time with a 3-hour commute, a full-time job, kids, driving them around. It was just not going to happen. So I did try the gym thing. I would get up at 4:30, run to the gym. It exhausted me more than giving me results. So I stopped. But luckily, I stumbled upon one of an acquaintance from my daughter's school online, and she was posting like we do. And I was like, what are you doing? And she's like, this is the workout program I'm doing. I'm like, all right, I'll give it a try. Didn't even ask how much it cost. She sent me a link. I filled it out, and I was like, I'll give it a shot and see if this can make a difference. And lo and behold, within a month, I was convinced this is something that works. Now, I didn't become a coach right away. I joined coaching just for the discount. I was like, sign me up for the coach discount day 1. I want discount on that shake because it's going to be one less meal for me to worry about. And yes, I used to do a protein shake before, and I was like, I didn't like it, but this one I love. So I was like, it's worth my health. It's worth the money. I will spend it and get the discount. So I did the Beachbody workout program for like 7 months, and my coach every month would ask me, why don't you coach? Why don't you coach? Because I was accountable, I was showing up, I was getting results, and my friends were noticing, and they were like, what are you doing? Tell us. So instead of coaching, I just gave away all the information for free. And what I realized, my friends did nothing with it. They had my DVDs, they had my meal plans, they had even the shake samples, everything given to them. They did nothing. So when my coach kept asking, I was like, well, I gave it for free and they're not doing it. She's like, yeah, because it's free. Once you start demanding, their time, their attention, and their money, that's when people start getting serious about this. And I was like, let me try. So my coaching journey started sometime in September of 2016. And when I started out as a hobby, guys. I just wanted to share my journey and inspire others to get fit and healthy. And my goal was to find at least one person a month to help them start their journey, because I did not have time. I did not have time to hold people's hand and walk them through the whole process. But I was like, I can be that friend who can just kind of give them an idea how to do it if they purchase the program, and show it how it can be done. So that was my goal. No intention to build a business, because I was like, I have a full-time job. I don't need this. So it started with one person, two people, and then I was like, oh, this is fun. Let me try and make this a challenge and find 3 people a month. It'll pay for my shake. So I started doing it as a challenge for myself. My husband said I wouldn't last more than 3 months. And that's something I was like, you're going to watch me. And I'm going to stick with this journey, and I'm going to prove you wrong. I mean, who doesn't love to prove their husband wrong? So January of 2017 is when I decided I'm going to get more serious about this business. I'm going to learn everything about this business. And I just used Google and YouTube to learn everything. If I had a question, I would Google it. I really didn't care about going to other coaches to find out, because I knew they were busy, just like me. No one had time to sit and babysit me. So I was going to do it myself. So I am a self-learned, self-made coach in this business. But over time, just like Tess, we've learned what works, what doesn't work. And we basically have, the whole training and experience now to share with our coaches, so that you guys are never left struggling or trying to figure the whole thing out. Now, the other reason which I didn't touch upon about my journey is I was lonely. I was going through depression. I was going through a very tough phase in my life as well. The health part was just a reason to get started. But really, internally, I was struggling. I was in a very dark place. And I had reached a point where I did consider even ending my life, which is kind of weird if you think about it now. What if that 1 second of impulsive behavior I would have done, I wouldn't be here today. But Beachbody, I have to tell you, saved me. Personal development, showing up every day, and just seeing the faces of few women every day in the morning who were looking up to me to show up for them kept me going. It did. And not only obviously for my kids, I'm here, but even for the women. And more than anything that I cherish about this journey is the community we've formed, the bonds I've formed, and the friends I've made on this journey in my team and other teams, like meeting so many other coaches on different teams. It's just a different setting. I've never met women who aren't competing with each other, but actually are empowering each other. So I gotta tell you, that is the beauty of Beachbody. And I couldn't agree more with anyone else. Like, yeah, we all crave for true friendship, for genuine connections. And this is what Beachbody has given me. And obviously a source to make an income. So wanted to share that about me. And I will now turn it over to Tess to tell you more about what a coach does.
Okay. So what we do as coaches, first and foremost, we have to work on us, because you cannot give to others if you are not at your 100%. Okay. So when you're a coach, you show up for yourself first. Okay. Work on yourself, and all body shapes are welcome. All body shapes, all health and wellness shapes are welcome. There is no typical Beachbody coach. If you really, if you think about it, Booming, myself, and Preeti are not the typical Beachbody coach you see on commercials, right? So there is no specific look. You just have to be able to work on yourself. And as you're working on yourself, you're able to pour into others and encourage them to reach their goals. And you just need to show up every day. Show up, get your workout, press play. By you being an example, you will empower others to do the same. As Preeti had said, she wanted community. She wanted a place where she can show up, and she would show up every day because she knew people were waiting for her to post. And again, getting back to my 4:30 thing, my coaches and challengers know, usually by 7 o'clock, I'm in that group. I'm in that group. My workout is done. People love consistency. Like, I have 2 kids. And the one thing we talk about kids is like, they like consistency. They know dinner is happening at 6. They know, that on Sundays we go to church. They know that on, Saturday nights we watch a family night. So it's the consistency. It's not a kid thing. Adults also crave consistency. So as a coach, we show up, tell everybody what we're doing. And then basically you share this journey also on social media. So you do not have to have, 10,000 followers on Instagram and 5,000 followers on Facebook. We will show you how to do it. As long as you're coachable, willing to work on yourself, encourage others, and have a passion for this business, and you can commit an hour a day, you can do well in this business. An hour a day, every day, at least Monday through Friday, no excuses. Not if you're wishy-washy about it, you will get wishy-washy results. And so, and we have a planner that will tell you, 20 minutes spent on this, 10 minutes spent on this. So if you don't have an hour a day to do it, then just carry the planner with you. And if you're sitting in carpool, or if you're sitting for a doctor's appointment, whip out the planner and you have 20 minutes, work through the list. Everything we do is reproducible. So it's not like you sign up and we're like, good luck. No, we will show you how to do what we have done and create the business you want. And so we'll teach you how to increase your social media presence. We'll teach you how to invite others, and we will teach you how to build your business, just as long as you're coachable. But we also need you to show up every day. So that's kind of how you build your business. And so you will learn both from your sponsoring coach. You will learn from our bigger team. I know my team has weekly meetings, so there's content there. The Beachbody back office has content there. There's also Facebook groups, something called Beachbody Champions, and another thing called Boss Babes. So there is no lack of information. And if what you're looking for is not even there, then Google and YouTube. But everything is searchable, or everything is find outable. And as long as you're motivated and focused, it can be accomplished. Okay.
So when you reach out to people, most of them will say, there's so many objections, but most of them will say, hey, I am not a fitness person, or I don't know whether I can do this. I am not I'm not where I am to show people that, that I can coach, or they'll tell me, I don't have a transformation story yet. Well, guess what? You don't need to have any of that. I started off without having any of that. I did not have a transformation. I did not, I had no idea what I was getting into when I got into this. Like I said before, I was shitless scared to go into this. But honestly, saying no to this opportunity is really like saying no to financial freedom. It's like saying no to personal growth, because in this journey, it's not just about fitness all the time. It's also about your mental health. We talk about mindfulness all the time, and I'm pretty sure Preeti and Tess do that in their challenge groups as well. So it's not just about fitness all the time. If you say no to this opportunity, it's like saying no to financial freedom. It's like saying no to personal growth. It's like saying no to helping others when they feel stuck. It's like saying no to living a healthier lifestyle, because you need to hold yourself accountable. The best way to hold yourself accountable is to make this a money thing. Who's going to say no when you're making money and having fun, right? The other thing is like saying no to building relationships. I mean, I've formed so many friendships. This community has given me so much more than my own good friends have. So this is not, you'll get people that say no to you all the time, but this journey is about taking care of you first. And if you take care of yourself, you're going to be able to help others. And there's no, like Tess said before, there's no like label as to what and where you need to be in your life in order for you to start this journey. So with that being said, work on yourself, and you can get in this. You can have fun and make money at the same time. I promise it will pay off.
It usually does.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, how do you make money in this business? So there are many different ways in which you can make money. Now, at a high level, I'll cover this, but once you do decide to coach, then your sponsor coach will work with you a little more in detail to explain you what exactly does this mean. Because when somebody explained me to all this the first time, I was like, what are these different ways? But let's keep it simple. So there's 6 ways you can get paid. Number 1 is retail sales, right? So when you invite somebody, they join you with something what we call the challenge pack, where you buy a pack with Beachbody On Demand, with either Shakeology or Recover and Energize, which is our performance line. It's a pack. And you basically, if your customer buys it from you, you earn a commission of anywhere from 10 to 25%, depending on what you're trying to sell. Then there's subscription commissions. So if you have customers who are constantly buying products from you, you earn a subscription commission from that as well. Then there are team bonuses to be earned from volumes that your coaches bring in. So for example, me and Tess have tons of coaches underneath us. And when they are growing their business, we earn something called a volume. It's not like we're taking away any kind of commission from our coaches, but Beachbody basically pays us in form of volume, and those volume converts into team cycle bonuses, which is, hey, when you reach a certain level in Beachbody, which is not difficult, like if a coach signs up 2 other coaches, you become an emerald. And for every cycle bonus, you earn like $14 times whatever the number of times you cycle. So I don't want to get much into the details of that, but there are ways in which, besides just selling something, you are earning on a continuous basis. You get matching bonuses. There's a fast track bonus for selling monthly subscription to up to like a new coach, a challenge pack. And if you sell like 5 of them, you actually get $100 just for selling that extra on top of all the commission that you make. So there are many, many ways in which you earn your commission. And the goal is, when you start off with like 3 people, is what we usually recommend our coaches to do, is find 3 people. When you find 3 people and they do purchase, say, a challenge pack from you, the Shake and Beachbody, you easily earn $50 right there. And when you earn that, think about it. Finding 3 will help you pay for your products as well. But over time, if those customers keep buying products, you start earning commissions on
Just
it.
to qualify what Preeti said, it's 50 times 3.
50
so
times.
it's 150 when you have, and one other thing that was also mentioned is that if you consistently find 3 people every month, then the following month corporate will give you free leads. Yep. Which is, so like it's, and then if you find 5 people, then the following month they will give you free leads plus the commission on any ongoing purchases. So you don't get the commission on the first purchase the person makes, but everything going on beyond that point, you will make a commission. So I had a customer now for 3 years who I'm making a commission, and we've reached out and she's happy just buying her product. I don't know her, but it's, it's easy money, so to speak. So,
right.
Sorry.
So even if like a new program launches or something, you send them an email, or Beachbody is automatically sending their customers emails. Guess what? If they go purchase that new program, you will be earning that commission on what that free customer is getting. Cool part about this business is you aren't stocking any item at home. Usually a lot of businesses require to stock items at home, and then you have to sell it. So in this, all we do is we send a link to our customers or coaches who want to purchase it, and Beachbody fulfills the order. Now, for you as a coach, usually if you buy a challenge pack, there is no enrollment fee for you to become a coach. But if you aren't buying a challenge pack, you're like, hey, I'm just going to do, I don't know, just the shake or something. You do have to pay like a $39.95 coach fee to begin with. But then every month, the cost of running this business is actually $15.99. I need to update that. It's $15.99 a month. That's how much it costs you to run this business. And the benefit of that is you do get 25% off any and every product that you buy from Beachbody, which is pretty amazing. So I don't know which business gives you the opportunity to run their business for just $15.99 a month. I mean, this is like a no-brainer. So not much to lose in this. In fact, I was paying these fees just to even get the discount, even without coaching. So either way, it works to your benefit.
You know, to piggyback on what Preeti's saying, this is your rent. What business can you start where the rent is $16? Seriously, there's no overhead. There's no, you know, paying for employees' salaries, electricity bills. You can start your business for $16 a month. It's crazy. It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So how do you get started? This is the simplest way I can think of to explain to anyone. So do you have a friend who wants to get started with you? You know, think of it that way. If they sign up with you with one of our challenge packs, guess what? You automatically found one person for the month. And if they signed up as a discount coach, if they don't want to coach, but they're like, hey, I want the discount, which I usually offer it to anyone and everyone who joins me, you got yourself one coach. Now, if you have two friends who want to sign up with you and they too are willing to sign up as a coach, guess what? You automatically get into the rank advancement called as Emerald in our Beachbody world. So the goal for you is really to find, you know, first what we call our warm market, which is your friends and family who do want to do this with you. Talk about it, share your journey, share how awesome it is. And if somebody is willing to give it a shot, bring them in. And that's how you basically get started. Now, what are the perks? Besides obviously earning a commission and all, we do earn a lot of other perks with this. You earn reward trips. Every year, Beachbody gives reward trips to their coaches who hit Success Club successfully for, say, for every 12 months. And Tess and me have gone on cruises. We actually were at a level in our Beachbody business where we both also got to go for free to LA for a leadership conference. So Beachbody is very good about rewarding their coaches. If you put in the work and you show success in your business, they will reward you with trips, with gifts. There's something called Success Club in this business, which means, hey, every time you sell a challenge pack, which is like, you know, that I keep talking about, like the workouts and the shake or something, you earn like 2 Success Club points. If you consistently find 3 people every month, you are hitting that club. So you are obviously getting your free leads, but you also get qualified into receiving free gifts, reward trips, and sometimes when you get higher in your level, you also get additional trips, invites to leadership calls, and even like I remember the first time I went to the biggest event from Beachbody, which was Coach Summit. It happens once every year. During the summertime, I earned rewards to go and take pictures with the trainers. So that's pretty awesome too. So they find fun and innovative ways to reward you, not only with gifts, but also meeting the trainers and leaders in our company. So you're never left high and dry. We already touched upon this. You do meet some lifelong friends in this business. It's just not about fitness and nutrition and hey, let's like, hey girl, that girl. We also share literally our core groups. You know, we in this community, we can share anything and everything, and it stays within. I don't know how it happens, but over time we all just grow to love each other, trust each other, and build these relationships. So yeah, these are lifetime friendships you are going to form. It takes time, but eventually, like, you will realize that these are the friends I never knew I needed in my life. And we are like literally all over the US, Canada, some are in the UK as well. So it's not like you have to be confined to an area to find your coach, or hey, you have to be in a certain place or certain time, you can only do this. No, we're flexible and you get to meet all kinds of people. That's the beauty of this business. So what are the next steps? So I'm going to stop sharing so I can look at all of you. Next steps for this is whoever invited you to this call, whichever coach invited you to this call, you reach out to them. And if you aren't already in a challenge group with your coach, you sign up with your sponsor coach to join them in a challenge group. And they would recommend you what program works best for you and basically give you next steps. But the first thing I recommend is sign up with the challenge pack where you get to try Shakeology. You try out a workout program. I usually say do it for a month, get used to the style of how groups are run, how the workouts are done, and while you're doing it, share your journey on social media, because that is basically your storefront. Social media is our storefront in this business. Without that, it's very hard to share, right? If people aren't watching you day to day what you're doing, it's very hard for them to really connect the dots and understand what you're doing. So with that said, I'm going to open up for questions. What questions do you ladies have for us? Any questions?
Hi, Preeti. I have a question.
Yeah, hi, Ritu.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good,
Sorry, I
good.
got in late, but I just thought, like, let me see what it is and see if I can be a part of this or not. So, but I have a question for me. See, I'm basically a Jain, and I believe that what I don't follow, I cannot advocate that. So we cannot do kind of meal preps for 3 days or 4 days or something. And so basically for me, if I want to coach, I need to advocate that, meal prep saves time and stuff like that.
So meal prep, just because I do it on the weekend doesn't mean you have to do it, right? But you're still getting results. You're still finding your way to do it. Everybody has a way to do it. So Tess does it differently. I do it differently. Bhumi does it differently. There are some people who don't even meal prep, but they have a plan, right? If you write out a plan every week, like, hey, I'm going to eat this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you know what you're going to eat, right? How you're going to get results. So it's not like you have to do exactly what I'm doing, but you're teaching people how to eat better. And it's not just me doing it, right? I learned it from the programs from Beachbody. There is Ultimate Portion Fix, To Be Mindset. I basically brought that into how it fits our lifestyle and showing us. So that is not a challenge really.
Okay,
In terms of
it can be sailed through then.
absolutely. Yeah,
I feel that here, as far as like I've met so many people here, like culturally as well. They do a lot of meal preps and all. That is what I have learned over the years.
Mm-hmm.
And according to our culture, we don't do that. Like yeah. And another question was like Shakeology for me. There are certain ingredients which make me gassy. I feel so sometimes I avoid that, like few days in the month I avoid Shakeology, and and then again I get back to it, and then again, but eventually I'm planning not to continue on that because I feel that it is making me a lot gassier. I don't know.
Okay. So we can talk about that. So that is something we have to talk separately. It has nothing to do with coaching here.
No, because then see, if somebody asks me that thing, like if I coach and if I advocate that you guys need to have Shakeology, and somebody tells me that it is my personal thing, like maybe my body is not getting used to that or suited, I don't know, but I mean I was uncertain, like if things which I'm not following, I cannot tell others to do. So these were the two major.
You have to believe in the products 100%.
Yeah.
In the program, like for me, it's worked out great. There might be 1 in 10 people that it doesn't work out for, which is fine. I don't force on anyone, but it's something I obviously recommend because it works for me. It's working out well for my husband, my kids. We all do it. So we are 100% believer in that. Yeah.
The nice thing about this is that it's not all Shakeology. There's like so many other products in the Beachbody line. So if if Shakeology doesn't work for you, I don't know what your product is that you have right now, but if you have one, then try vegan or try the opposite. If that's what you already have, then try Energize or Recover. Like there's so many other options. That's the beauty of the business, because if one doesn't work, you can work for others. And the other thing is, going back to what Preeti said, if it didn't work for you, it doesn't mean it won't work for your challengers.
That's true. Yeah.
Let them decide.
I have something to say. Like you can add some ingredients in the Shakeology. Like I add hemp seeds or chia seeds. Those are helpful in your digestion also. Like you can try like that, the vegan version of Shakeology with these things.
No, I take vegan version only, vanilla based vegan. So I don't know, it is upsetting my tummy. I've been using Shakeology now from past 3 months, I feel, on and off. I still have 2 more boxes. on use, but that I'm planning to continue until December and then maybe stop, like, just on and off. But I was just doubting, like, if I'm not happy with a product, then can I advocate that, or can I?
No, and sometimes change the flavor and if that's going to work.
One more question
Yeah.
that I had was, is Energizer and the Recover, like, I haven't tried products, but are they chemical based or plant based or anything
So
like
you
that?
do have the vegan version of Recover as well. And yeah, Energizer is just a green tea extract based energy drink.
I'm sorry, my son, he opened the headphones, so the audio transferred into that, so I could not hear you. I'm sorry.
No, so I was saying that yes, there is a vegan version for Recover that you can try, which obviously has lesser ingredients than Shakeology, and Energizes a green tea extract. Energizes a green. Yeah. Riddhi, you're cutting off. Maybe we'll catch up later. I'll put her on mute because she froze. I want to give others a chance also to ask questions. Tara, Tanvi, Afreen, do you have any questions for us?
Just that the package that if we contact you, you're going to send us that package. So I'm hoping that would have all the answers. But I think the presentation answered most of the basic startup kind of questions, like what to expect. And this is good to know that you don't really have to coach, and you can start off by just working on yourself in accordance with just helping few other friends get to know the program. So yeah. I think that's where I would get started, because I'm new to it's not been, and you said it rightly. For me, it is, as of now, it is just getting discounts on the products like the Shakeology and stuff. So I'm going to start with that and see if any of I want to see a change in myself first before I can, let people know. Definitely I think Preeti, you and I are on the same here, that we are here to make friends. And I have had a journey similar to yours. So I'm hoping I can get over that too. So just want to give it a try for that.
Sure. And we have our newest coach, Ruchika, on the call. She joined me first for the discount, and then she heard about coaching, and she's like, hey, what's this all about? Tell me more. And it's been like less than a month, Ruchi, since you started. And yeah.
Yeah, it's being like less than a month I joined as a coach. I joined thinking that I'll be a discount coach, but then I thought, let me give it a try being a coach. So I'm trying.
Yeah, and every night we just spend an hour together and we kind of walk through the list. Like you mentioned, we do this every night because that's the time that works for me. For Tess, it works better in the morning. She does it in the morning. So it really depends what time works for you. It's very flexible. You can literally go through the checklist during your day, during your lunch hour, sitting on the potty, whatever works. Literally, that's how we get this done.
With me, so
yeah. I mean, we all learn. We all start from somewhere, and eventually we get there. Nobody comes into this business knowing anything and everything. We all start literally fresh with just being a challenger, doing the programs, loving the programs. And once you love it, then you know that, hey, I want to talk about this. It's like I tell everybody, when you find like a really good restaurant, how do you want to share that with everyone? You want to tell everyone about the good food and the restaurant. It's same concept. Like you love it, you want to share it with other people. And if it's giving you anything more than you expected, I mean, why not? Bring other people in. Yeah. And that's why we're called coaches and we're not called salespeople, guys. We're coaches. We want to coach people into this, this lifestyle and believing in themselves. It's really about building confidence in you that you can do anything over time.
Yeah, and the only thing I want to add is, because I'm assuming a lot of you guys are from Preeti and Bhumi's calls. This is a business that it is a business, it's a job, right? And so you do need to show up. Like you can't be like, oh, I just posted my workout selfie with my Energize and I'm good. No, like you need to work. It's not like, how many times do you see friends post their workout, you know, whatever the product is, you know, if it's, you know, nail polish or now the thing is nails and skin cream and all, they don't just post what they're doing. Like they will message you. So there is some work. I mean, this is still a job, but if you're willing to put the work in, there is a great reward. Like, you know, again, I would say, like, tell my coaches, like, this is not you running your business. This is you telling people that you have something that they will help give them a solution. And you need to, anyone that watches your stories, you need to message them and say, hey, will this help you? And Preeti and Bhumi and myself will teach you how to do it. We wouldn't have gone to this point if we didn't do it, right? And the other thing is too, is please have a tough skin in this business, okay? Because we all know about ghosting, right? You all know, this is the part that, like, all my coaches, I'm not from Jersey, but I'm just used to being Jersey tough, right? You just do it. So a lot of my coaches would be like, you know, and I'm just going to use the name Susie Q. You know, you message Susie Q about joining one of your groups or, you know, trying a product, and you know Susie Q saw your message, okay? But Susie, and then you see Susie Q at pickup, and she mentions nothing about your email. Or, you know, she's going to mention nothing about the email by joining a group, but Susie Q will say, oh, we're having a party on Saturday night. Do you want to come? So it is what it is. Move on. Susie Q saw your message. Susie Q sees you show up every single day on social media. So when Susie Q is ready, she will come to you, okay? And this is the ultimate thing. And my coaches all know about Susie Q. Susie Q will say she has no money, okay? Guys, I live in Atlanta. There's an Orange Theory across this. I live in the city of Atlanta. There is an Orange Theory that charges $160 a month, okay, for workouts. This is $160 for the year, okay? They're not texting you if you didn't show up. They're not showing up every day. They're not calling to see what you're doing. They don't even give you nutrition programs, right? So we have a great product. So never apologize for that. Be proud of what you do. Because for $160, it turns out to be what, $14 a month? No one's going to give them all this for $14 a month. My customers know that I will text them on Wednesdays. That's my day where if they don't show up, where are you? Right? No one does that. And the same thing, the same Susie Q tells you that she doesn't have $160, but then the next day on Facebook or Instagram, you see that she's sitting at the Four Seasons having margaritas. Really? You need, or okay, we're all Daisies, buying the outfits that are $300 from the designers that only show up on Instagram and you can only buy in the next hour. You know what I'm talking about, right? So they, you know, people have the money that they want to choose, right? I have the Susie Q who always goes to the Four Seasons for every vacation, even post-COVID. But she's sitting at a table with a girlfriend who was like, oh my God, I need to lose weight, blah, 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 blah. I mean, every girl talks about it, right? You all have those girlfriends. But that same Susie Q has sent me now 12 customers. Susie Q claims poverty, but goes to the Four Seasons all the time. But she always says, talk to Tess. She's always showing up. She's always showing up. So Susie Q has sent me 12 people. So there is no bad publicity. Even if the Susie Qs in the world drive you up a wall, your message is going to that Susie Q. And at some point, Susie Q will sign up. But you know what? Just be pleasant. Just be you. Like, people will get attracted to you. Like, people like Preeti because she's Preeti. People like me because I'm from Jersey. And people like Bhumi for the same reason. Being Jersey is a thing on itself. But I live in Atlanta, so I'm not the Georgia peach. But you get what I'm saying. So
Tess is originally from Jersey. That's why she keeps referring.
I'm a Jersey girl in the wrong city.
All right. So it's almost to the hour. I don't want to keep you ladies longer, but if you have any questions, reach out to your coaches, or, you know, if you have any questions for us, let us know. But thank you for joining us and giving us your time. Really appreciate it. Thanks, Tess, for doing this together.
You're welcome.
It's amazing how we've connected and met, you know, with so many other coaches, but we can't wait to see you be part of our team and get to know so many other Desi coaches that you have no idea about. There's some badass coaches out there.
And that you only get membership if you join up. That's a group of.
Yes. All right, ladies.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for
Good night.
joining.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you so
Bye.
much. Bye bye.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.